and the purpose of this video is to review the instructions to complete the Leadership Development Portfolio. So by this time, as we are in week 6, approaching week 7, my hope is that most of you have already started working on your leadership development portfolios. But one thing that I want you to remember is that the portfolio is an ongoing reflection of your leadership development experience throughout the class. And so anything that you've accomplished over the last 7 weeks, any new skills that you have acquired or developed, any activities that you contributed to that have helped in your development, including things in the class, should be included in your portfolio. So the leadership self-assessment questionnaires appear to be the area that most of the students have the most questions. And so when we look at the leadership self-assessment questionnaires, you all have been tasked with completing several questionnaires this semester. And for each of the 7 questionnaires that you complete, you should also be completing a summary of your self-assessment. And so in your leadership self-assessments, there should be a 1 to 2 paragraph summary of your self-assessment results. So as an example, when you did the MBTI personality test in week 1, in your portfolio, you should have a write-up of your MBTI personality test results. So whatever your personality type was, you should have a 1 to 2 paragraph summary of your personality type, and then also share your thoughts on the personality test. Was it accurate? Was it inaccurate? Did you find that in the discussion forum there were quite a few people with the same personality type for you, or not as many? And you'll do this as well for all 7 of the leadership self-assessment questionnaires that you've been assigned for this particular module. So for this class, I actually omitted one of the self-assessments, the situational self-assessment, but there are 7 that you're expected to complete and include in your leadership development portfolio. So for week 1, you should have completed the self-assessment of leadership communication abilities, which is in Appendix A of the Barrett textbook. Week 1, you should also have done your Myers-Briggs MBTI personality test. For week 2, you all had the leadership trait questionnaire. Week 3 was the multi-factor leadership questionnaire. Week 4 was the skills inventory. Week 5 was the leadership behavior questionnaire. And for week 6, you have the authentic leadership questionnaire. And I eliminated the questionnaire for week 7. I actually eliminated the situational, which was in week 6, and moved the authentic questionnaire up so that you all can spend week 7 focusing on wrapping up your portfolios and also preparing for your final exams. So the format for the portfolio, there is a template that I have provided that you all can follow for your leadership portfolios. At the very minimum, your portfolio should include a cover page, a table of contents page, your personal statement or philosophy on leadership, as well as reflections and results on your leadership self-assessment questionnaire. So these are where you would include the 1 to 2 paragraph summaries on your assessment. I do not want you to upload the actual self-assessment itself. What I want is a summary of your self-assessment results. You should also have a section on moments of inspiration and motivation. There should be a minimum of 5, and then an overall essay on your leadership development experience throughout the class. So as you can see right here, this is the format that you should follow. Use 12-point font times New Roman or Arial, double spaced with 1-inch margins, and you're including all of these elements in the table of contents. And if you go to the portfolio, you will actually see the template of the portfolio that this has basically been included in the template for you. You just have to go in and input your information. Your personal statement or philosophy on leadership should be at a minimum no more than 1 page, and this accounts for 5% of your total grade. So what I want to know here is talk to me about your personal statement or philosophy on leadership. What are your thoughts on leadership? As an example, leadership is the ability to guide a team of people in accomplishing a task or goal while utilizing the skills of each member of the team and making each member feel committed to the process and the team as a whole. How do you define leadership? Include some descriptions of leadership qualities that you think are important. And you can also include your thoughts on the importance of communicating well as a leader. So once you finish your personal statement, which should be no more than 1 page, next you'll move on to your moments of inspiration section. So for the moments of inspiration section, this should be 2 to 3 pages, and this is worth 30% of your grade. So in this section, you have the opportunity to highlight some moments of inspiration or motivation for you throughout the 7-week semester. So as I've mentioned, leadership is about influence, and leadership development is a deliberate act. You must be present, dedicated, and actively involved in the leadership process. So here I want you to highlight at least 5. And the maximum number of pages is 3 pages, but you're welcome to include as many examples as you would like, as long as it's no more than the 3 pages. So as an example, I provided a couple for you. Let's say that you participated in a volunteer experience with Habitat Humanity, and this experience challenged you to be a better leader because perhaps you were asked to become a mentor, or you asked somebody to become your mentor. Share with me how that has helped you to develop and build your leadership skills. Or perhaps you volunteered to coach your son's football team, or you served as a mentor or a coach for some other type of organization. Share those experiences with me, and that will make up the moments and inspiration section of your portfolio. Keep in mind that there is no right or wrong answer here. So, over the 7 weeks, although I am teaching the class, I've had some moments of inspiration. Quite a few of the students, when I read the discussion forums, you all have shared some amazing experience that have motivated me as well, or you've made some suggestions that I actually, plan to implement in future classes. So everybody's moments of inspiration section is going to be different, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to really see, what have you experienced throughout the course. The reflections, results, and reflections on leadership self-assessment questionnaires. This is 30% of your grade, and this is going to vary based on your summaries. It's going to vary in length. So as I said before, what I don't want to see is all of your self-assessment, the actual questionnaires uploaded into your portfolio. Rather, I want you to take each of your self-assessment questionnaires and provide a 1 to 2 paragraph summary of that particular self-assessment and what your thoughts are on it. Within the leadership development portfolio resources, I actually have a couple of examples from students from their write-ups on previous questionnaires. So if you're not certain where to begin here, take a look at some of those write-ups to get a feel for how to craft yours. The last portion of the leadership development portfolio is your essay on your leadership development experience. And this should be about 2 to 3 pages in length, and it makes up 30% of your overall grade. So the purpose of this, I want you to describe how you've grown as a leader, or if you've grown as a leader. Talk about your experiences, talk about your self-assessment results, and what you've gleaned from the readings in the course, the videos in the course, your dialogue with other students in the discussion forums. This is all about leadership communication, and so I really want to see, if there has been some growth for you since you first started the course, as opposed to us nearing the end of the course next week. Ensure that you answer the following questions as you're going through your essay. So one thing that I want to stress again is these questions, as you're writing your essay, make sure that you're really highlighting these particular questions. Has your definition changed? Has your ability to effectively communicate with others changed? These are guiding questions that you should use as you're writing your final leadership development experience essay. Did you experience an increase in awareness of yourself or others in relation to leadership? Have you demonstrated the skills necessary to work collaboratively to communicate effectively or lead a team? Describe how you understand leadership as a process and not a position. So make sure that you go through all of these questions, and as you're putting together your essay on your leadership development experience, I want you to really consider these questions and answer them. Has your confidence grown as a leader? Do you believe that your leadership and communication skills have improved? So as I said before, these are the guiding questions that you're going to use as you're writing that 2 to 3 page essay on your overall leadership development experience. If you all have any questions related to your leadership development portfolio, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. And I hope that this overview has better prepared all of you to complete your portfolios. Take care, and I'll see you online shortly.